Good day, sir. I am Kathleen I. Thomas, PA13, Section 2, and here is my report in PA13, Chapter 11, Environmental Policy and Energy Policy. First, climate change. Long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns mainly caused by human activities, especially of fossil fuels. So, kung magdugay ang pag-usab-usab sa atong temperatura o sa weather, is ang main na maapektuhan is ang kita ng mga human activities, mostly sa mga farmers. Kana sila mo'y grabe ang epekto. Then, especially ang fossil fuels, kini ang mga coal, oil, and natural gas. Next is, in 2014, United Nations sponsored Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So, ang United Nations is nag-sponsor sila intergovernmental panel para sa ilang climate change. Kining intergovernmental panel is usa ni siya ka more siya detector nga kalambitang may bal-an nila kung adunay climate change nga moabot aron ilang mapangandaman. There are two issues regarding climate change policy. First is focus on how climate change affect human society. So, ang climate change is ga-focus siya sa atuang society, kumbaga atuang environment ang kakaapektuhan, apiltan ng mga tao sad. Second is focus on mitigation strategies, including public policy actions, and strongly endorse a rapid shift to low carbon energy sources and putting a price on greenhouse gas encourage reduction in their release. So, ga-focus kung saon pag-listen ang strategies including ilang public policy actions o gina-strongly endorse usab nilang mapadali ang paglihok sa or pag-usab sa aron malimitahan ang ilang energy resources, apil pod ang greenhouse gas, gina-encourage nila na ma-redusan ang ilahang pag-release. Next, in June 2009, U.S. House of Representatives approved landmark legislation that sought to create a cap of trade system. So, in June 2009, ang U.S. House of Representatives daw is ilahang giaprubahan ang landmark legislation. Kining landmark legislation is kanang protection ni siya sa mga slavery, kanang ginaapi bitaw na mga tao. Then, nag-create sila cap of trade or aron kanang ang cap of trade is aron kanang malimitahan ang mga slavery. In 2012, President Obama finalized new vehicle fuel efficiency regulations. So, si President Obama in 2012 is nag-finalize na niya ang mga bagong gasolina sa mga sakyanan. 2016 included heavy-duty trucks, van, and buses. So, in 2016, na-apil na ang kining mga heavy na mga trucks, van, and buses. Fostered extensive investment in energy research and development, particularly for energy efficiency and renewable energy resources such as wind and solar power. So, ginataguyod nila ang extensive investment sa energy research o development, labi na ang mga energy efficiency o renewable energy sources sama sa wind o solar power. December 15, President Obama strongly backed a new international agreement on climate change. So, in 2015, si President Obama is mahigpit niyang gisuportahan ang international agreement para sa climate change. August 2015, EPA issued the final rules for its clean power plan. So, in August 2015, ang EPA or Environmental Protection Agency is ilahang gipagawas ang mga final rules sa ilahang clean power plan or limpyo na plano para sa kuryente. Next is environmental policy. Any measure by a government or corporation or other public or private organization regarding the effect of human activities on the environment. So, unsa man na mga panukala sa government or corporation or sa ubang public o sa private organization is adunay epekto ang human activity sa tuang environment. Jane Lovchenko. In late 1990s, President Obama's selection-head National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and former President of American Association for Advancement of Science observed that humans have emerged as a new force of nature. So, in 1990s, si President Obama is nakaselect siya og National Oceanic ug Atmospheric Administration ug as a former President of American for Advancement of Sciences. Naobserbaran niya na kita ng mga tao is galitaw sa bag-ong pwersa. The evolution of environmental and energy policy. 1960s, modern environmental policy was developed. So, in 1960, nabuo ang modern environmental policy or moderno patakaran sa kapaligiran. 1970s, so-called environmental decade. So, sa 1970s is natawag na siya nga dekada sa kapaligiran. Early environment and energy policies. The Philippine Environment Impact Assessment or EIA system was officially established in 1978 with the passage of PD 1586. Although the EIA concept was first introduced in 1977, it was only a year after when the framework, working structure, and procedures for the implementation of the systems were defined. So, ang Philippine Environmental Impact Assessments or ang EIA is na official established siya atong 1978 with the passage of PD 1586 or Presidential Decree 1586. Although, ang EIA concept is una siyang na-introduce aturang 1977. So, tuigra ang nilabay sa EIA na na-implement na dayon siya or na-establish na sa year 1978. Na 1892, Congress set aside 2 million acres in Idaho, Montana and Wyoming to create a Yellowstone National Park, the first of a series of national park. So, in 1892, ang Congress is naglaan og 2 million sa tibuok Idaho, Montana ug Wyoming para makabuhat sila og Yellowstone National Park na maoy una na series sa national park. During this period, many conservation energy organization formed. So, during ani na period is daghang mga conservation energy organization ang naporma. John Muir, naturalist, found the Sierra Club first broad-based environmental conservation. So, si John Muir na naturalist is iyahang naitatag ang Sierra Club sa unang malawakan na nakabatay sa pangangalaga sa atuang environment. President Franklin Roosevelt expanded conservation policies to deal with flood control and soil conservation as part of the New Deal. So, si President Franklin Roosevelt is mas gipalawak pa niya ang conservation policy aron makontrol nila ang pagbaha apil ang soil conservation as part sa ilahang deal. 1933, Tennessee Valley Authority or TVA to stimulate economic growth by providing electric power development in the region. So, in 1933, ang TVA maoy gapasigla para mulago ang atong ekonomiya by providing an electric power development sa region. From consensus to conflict environmental policy. Gikan sa pinagkasunduan hantud sa komplikadong patakarang pangkalikasan. Major federal environmental policies. National Environmental Policy Act 1969. Ang NEPA 1969, ang purpose ani is ilahang gina-assure na ang tanang branches sa government is mahatagan og proper na consideration sa ilahang environment. 3 areas to highlight the major environmental policies. First is environmental protection policy or pollution control. So, mao ni siya ang gatabang sa atuan na makontrol nato na dili nato masubrahan og damage ang atong kapaligiran, also ato ang nature. Labi na pudta na mga tao malikayan nato nga dili ta magka-infect sa mga pollution. Second is natural resource policy. So, ang purpose sa natural resource policy is ma-maintain nato ato ang environment na aduna tay makuhaan na mga resources sa atong palibot na aduna tay benefit sama sa coal, wind, water or bisag sa yuta na ato ang ginatindugan. Third is energy policy. Ang energy policy isa ka pamaagi na matugunan ng ilahang pag-unlad sa enerhiya, apil sa pagbawas sa greenhouse gas para mapag-an ang ilahang climate change. That's all from my report, sir. Thank you.